This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
Welcome to Season 4 of Rush of Fear Podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando's premier scare event. Tonight for Episode 3, we'll be deep diving into Halloween Horror Nights 2000. So now, let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
All right, hi, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening to this episode. It is me, Maddie. I am here starting us off for Episode 3, and with me tonight, I have Kenneth.
How's it going? How's it going, everybody?
We're here, and it's just us. So
it's just the two of us.
Yep, it is. Michelle is off at a softball tournament. So she is unable to join us today, but that is okay. We're here for another episode. Yay!
It's becoming more and more rare for all three of us to be together.
Life happens, you know.
It's a busy time for everyone.
Yeah, it's technically our off season, so I guess it's not the end of the world if all of us aren't present, but it does make things a lot more fun. But once we move into actual announcements and then, of course, the season itself, the three of us, we are definitely together a lot more, which is always nice.
Yeah. And luckily, there's not a lot happening in the world of Horror Nights anyway, unless something really weird happens in the next couple days between recording and releasing.
Yeah. Knowing our luck,
episode.
though, something will happen. That's just kind of...
Yeah, something's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. That's not we don't know
which
anything.
Which is 2 days ago.
Right, right. We definitely don't know anything. That is not us saying like, ooh, we have super secret information. We don't.
Yeah.
We are clueless like the rest of you. We're just saying with our luck, looking back at our past 4 seasons, when we get closer to the time where things start to be announced, we do like our monthly episode, and then you hear from us like 2 days later with a really thrown together episode because we got an announcement that morning and now we have to record in the evening. So it's always a fun time. I love like March and April moving into the summertime for us Horror Nights fans. But today we're going to be giving you guys another HHN history episode. So
that's right.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And this one is a fun one because now we're officially in the 2000s, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. We've done...
In the future.
Right. 2000. So we have survived Y2K. It is the year 2000. I am 5 years old at the time.
Oh boy.
I know.
I'm 10.
And we are celebrating surviving Y2K with attending Halloween Horror Nights year 10. The big 1-0. The first big anniversary. 10 whole years of Halloween Horror Nights. I can only imagine how exciting that was. Thinking about the 30th anniversary that I was able to attend and how much history we had at that point and how exciting it was. I can only imagine how the cast and the locals were feeling for HHN 10.
Yeah. I mean, I was 10 years old. I was in probably 3rd grade at this time. And I feel like I think this is the first year of Horror Nights that I was actively aware of. I remember hearing one of the local radio stations was doing their show probably from the radio broadcast center. Now that haven't really thought about it.
That's so cool.
In my mind at the time, I thought they were just at a folding table up in the production central front of the park, just on the radio.
That's
talking
so
about
funny.
Horror Nights. But now that I'm thinking about it for the first time since then, they were probably in the radio broadcast center, going on the radio station and talking about Horror Nights and talking about all the different mazes they had. They called them 3D mazes, and I didn't understand what that meant. And I was just trying to picture you know what I thought it was? I thought they put a scary movie on Hanna-Barbera, and it was you were going through a scary maze. That's what I picture it in my head. And I was like, I don't know. It doesn't sound that scary, but also I know I'll be terrified of this.
Yeah. That's so fun. I'm so jealous that you have memories of that time. I don't.
Yeah. Even though I didn't go, I do have memories related to it.
Yeah. And that's very fair. That's very fair. I mean, being from South Florida, I always saw like the standees selling tickets in Publix, and I never really knew what it was because there were also standees selling tickets for like Disney and Universal like we did back in the day. But the only
Yeah.
like my first year where I even like I had that same kind of consciousness about the event but didn't actually go was the first year with Freddie, Jason, and Leatherface. Was that 13 or 16?
That was 2007.
Yeah, so that was the first time that I think I had collective consciousness that the event kind of actually existed. But those standees were always in Publix, and they always kind of scared me just a little bit, especially the year with Bloody Mary, because it was her face coming through a mirror on the standee in Publix. And I think I was like 8 or 9 years old. And I was like, why is this here? This is so scary. Look at me now.
This was the time... This is the time of my life where like I knew where around my little world, like the places that we would go to, where all of like the Universal billboards were. And I would always be on the lookout to be like, okay, is it going to be a scary thing up there now? There was always one in front of the Costco by the Chick-fil-A, and like right in the Chick-fil-A parking lot there was a billboard, and sometimes it was scary, and I was like, ooh, and I was always fascinated with it.
That's fair. That's fair. So do you remember seeing the one it's like the ICU?
I don't know. See, like, I don't remember. I know that design now. Obviously, I'm very well aware of it now, but I don't remember if I knew about it then. Or I think maybe one of my classmates might have worn it once. And I was like, or had it on like a backpack or a lunchbox or something they brought to school. And that I remember seeing it and just being like, you know, I was interested in it.
Yeah.
But I was also terrified of anything scary. So like, I was like, I don't want to go to that, but like, I do want to look at the picture of it, you know?
Right. Yeah. I remember going on the website that they used to have for Halloween Horror Nights. And it was specifically the year of the Bloody Mary. And I went to the website because I was just so intrigued. And I was sitting like in my dad's den with my dad because he was helping me like navigate the website so I could like find out what it was. And that website was also so scary because it had all the like little hidden things. And then like sometimes Bloody Mary would like come through the like glass would shatter in a mirror that's like on the website and you would see Bloody Mary. Be like, why are they doing this? But also I know that it's not for my 8-year-old self. I know that it's for people that are older than me, but it's just so interesting. And you're always like so interested sometimes in like the things that scare you. So I guess it makes sense, but we'll get to those years.
I wonder, you know how like the Space Jam website is still up and running like in its original form? I'm sure there must be an archive of these old Horror Nights websites because they used to be so like interactive, and it was kind of like a little point and click computer game. Like you were looking for clues about Bloody Mary or about the Usher or whatever it was. Like the website was like a big event kind of, you know? And I bet they're online somewhere. Somebody must have archived them. We got to find it.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. And we know enough people, at least like on social media, that we could probably figure out who has it. I do love listening to, oh my gosh, what's their, it's Hunter and.
Oh, is it the Catacombs?
Yes. I love listening because they're obviously a bit older than we are. So they were adult and had, you know, a formed prefrontal cortex and could actually remember all of this and go to all of those years, unlike 7 and 8-year-old me. So it is always so interesting, like hearing them talk about it. And, you know, picking out the little tiny pieces that I can remember from my childhood, just like seeing that media and seeing those tickets and like looking at the website and like going to Universal for the first time with my dad during that season and seeing like the things that were set up like they are nowadays, like during the daytime when you go to the parks during like Halloween Horror Nights, and just being like, what is this? I'm too scared to go, but I want to know everything about it.
Yeah. I know when we get to the years when I remember being in that same kind of situation, being in the park during the day and seeing all the stuff set up, and just like kind of going up and looking at it and just being very curious about it. We'll get to those years. They're probably like, 2002, 3, 4, probably.
Yeah. So soon.
That, I remember those. Yeah, we'll get to them soon, depending on what kind of news we get or what kind of episodes we end up doing between now and announcement season.
But let's dig into HHN 10. So the tagline for this year was "Not afraid of the dark, you don't know Jack." ... With Universal Orlando expanding and the new name to boot, the ill-fated temporary Universal Studios Escape, Halloween Horror Nights upped the ante, ushering in a new era for the event, and that was Jack the Clown. While the Crypt Keeper was still the first quote-unquote unofficial icon for Halloween Horror Nights, Jack was truly the first real palpable icon for the event. Jack would be used just as the Crypt Keeper was, and his likeness would be plastered all over the billboards, TV commercials, merchandise, and even in the park maps. This time, though, Jack would be integrated into the event as well. His presence would be felt everywhere. He also had his own very detailed backstory, unlike the Crypt Keeper. And then Jack the Clown was also our very first original icon, which was very exciting for us. And we definitely know Jack a lot more than we did back in HHN 10. He has a very drawn out backstory, lots of side characters that relate, very much like the HHN cinematic universe. But the event was continued to be held inside Universal Studios Florida this year for more than 19 nights, ranging from October 6th all the way through Halloween. It began at 7 p.m. and it ended at midnight on non-peak nights and 2 a.m. on those peak nights. Kind of like it does, well, I guess it didn't last year, but in the previous more recent years. And then a single admission ticket was raised $2 from last year. So we're now at $44 plus tax.
Breaking the bank.
Seriously, that's like how much it costs to fill up my car right now. Like with gas. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's some of the merch now. I think we said that in the past, though.
Yeah, I think last year that's exactly what we said, because last year it was $42, and I was like, that was the price of one of the Stranger Things shirts from last year. So
that's a nice dinner.
Yeah. That is absolutely insane. It's like 4 drinks from the bar. Maybe even 3, depending on
We've made it to the new... We've made it to the new era.
Shout out to Taylor
It's very
Swift.
exciting.
We're in that.
That's what.
What?
Hold on, wait. That was the Jack, the year that I guess it was the 30th anniversary, right? When they had Jack roaming around the park in his eras. Who's that?
Oh my god, it's my cat. Jeez,
who's there?
Statler, I need you to sit down. Please. Golly. Anyways.
Who is it?
Jump scare on my own HHN podcast. It's awful. What were you saying? I said Taylor Swift era. Shout out to Taylor Swift. And you said 30th Jack.
Oh, yeah. That HHN 30 was like Jack's eras tour. You know, he was going around in his different outfits, and it was very exciting.
Yes. There's actually shirts that people make now that you know the poster for like the concert where it's her bigger picture, and then there's all of like the little individual colored pictures from all of her previous albums. People have redesigned that little poster onto different shirts with like the Disney princesses. And I also saw one, I don't know if my coworker specifically made the design or if he found it online and then bought it there. undetermined, but it's Jack and then all of the icons, like the other
Okay.
icons behind it. So I think it does exist. But
I feel like I wouldn't know. I actually don't know the Taylor Swift poster you're talking about. So
oh,
I wonder if I've seen parodies of it and didn't realize what they were,
probably. I'll send it to you. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
But it
Okay.
is funny that people are kind of like twisting it into other things. I would want one, or at least like I know my girlfriend would, and I'm sure other people would as well. But I want to see one that's like Shrek and all the different Shrek characters and like the boxes behind it.
Yeah.
I think that would be very silly.
Definitely.
Yeah. What about the houses, Kenneth? What are we doing for HHN 10 for the houses?
Well, this year, it's a big deal. It's the 10th year. So we got to go big with 5 houses.
Yeah.
We're really pushing it this time.
Mm-hmm.
And so those 5 houses were Anxiety in 3D, which was located at Soundstage 22, right behind the, what would have then been the Boneyard, but what's now the Music Plaza. You would enter Soundstage 22 for the 3D virtual reality of the house that Jack built and find yourself trapped in a malfunctioning 3D video game. That actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, that does sound really cool.
That's probably the one they were talking about on the radio when I heard them talk about a 3D maze.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I would go.
I wonder what kind of video game characters were in there. Let's look at the wiki and see if it says.
Wiki.
Haunted houses. Nope, it doesn't. Oh, here's some trivia about this house.
Oh, it says there was a revolving tunnel.
Yeah, the classic. The classic. All right, some trivia about this house. The 3D glasses seemed to be called Jack's eyes. They would allegedly be painted to look like Jack's face. The revolving tunnel, a spinning and disorienting tunnel that guests would walk through, appeared in this house. The effect would later be used in many haunted houses, with the next one being Scary Tales during Halloween Horror Nights 11. Yeah.
The revolving tunnel is making me a little ill.
You gotta just power through it.
Yeah.
You gotta just look straight to the other end and walk through as quickly as you can. That's my strategy.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah. I don't see a list of characters that were featured in here. So the malfunctioning video game, I think it would have been cool if it had, twisted versions of classic video game characters.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's an idea that can be visited for a future Horror Nights event. I think that'd be pretty fun. Go back to those off-brand character ripoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also bringing back a 3D house, I think would be cool.
Yeah, we haven't had one in a while, and I think that they can be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just for whatever reason, they usually get paired with an idea that ends up not being a very good house. But I don't think it's the 3D's fault.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Dark Torment, which is after riding Earthquake, you'll descend into the labyrinths of a nightmarish underworld contained in the Earthquake queue, where hordes of evil demons torment you at every turn.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm mad.
If there was a way that they could do this similar thing with rides now, like get off a ride and exit into a scare zone or house that is themed as okay, you've gotten to the party on Fast and Furious. The party is here. The party is now. And they're here to get you.
Yeah. I agree. I think it would be so cool. I mean, we could do an entire series of episodes where we create, a haunted house for the ending of each of the Universal rides.
Okay. Write that idea, bank that for later. We're doing that episode at some point.
Perfect.
For sure.
I like it.
Yes.
Earthquake was I loved Earthquake. Earthquake, Jaws, and Twister were like my 3 favorite rides when I went to Universal as a kid. So getting off of Earthquake and then going into a haunted house, I think would have been one of the coolest experiences. Almost as cool as the one that went through the queue of Poseidon's Fury over at Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
With the hard hats, equally as cool. Like, that's so neat. I'm mad. They got rid of my favorite ride. They stopped doing cool houses inside the ends of the rides.
Yeah.
One day.
Have you, off topic, but just on the topic of Earthquake and Jaws, have you seen the Minecraft Universal Experience thing?
Lindsay was playing it the other day, but was having trouble.
It's so fun.
I think getting onto the server. But I've seen pictures of it like on Twitter and everything, and it looks really cool. I don't know anything about Minecraft. I just recently got into kind of building houses in The Sims only because of Lindsay and her influence. So Minecraft, I think, is still a little outside of my range, but it is neat that that's something that you can do.
Yeah. I've never played Minecraft other than the Universal Experience. I bought the game just to do that, and then I don't think I'm going to play the game otherwise.
Yeah.
Except for maybe they have a Magic Kingdom that was created by the same company that did the Universal one. But you can ride Jaws in there. You can ride the tram tour, which goes through Earthquake.
What?
Yeah, there's lots of fun stuff. The monsters are there. Monsters Cafe is there, actually.
So it was made by someone who cares.
Well, it was made officially licensed with Universal's like involvement.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so like the things that are there were like commissioned by Universal. And actually Alicia Stella did an interview with the developers of it. And one of the guys said like anything that is in the game that you notice is different or missing is only missing or different because of legal concerns.
That makes sense.
But like they wanted to make it as accurate as possible within like the legal limitations.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, it's fun to go in there and ride Jaws and get to have that experience again. It's so good.
So sad.
Sorry, there was a bug on my glasses. That was me shaking it off.
You sounded like Jar Jar Binks.
I shook it off and then I shot my tongue out at the bug to eat it.
Nice.
The Fear House, which was at Nazerman's. Try and make your way through a carnival where mirrored hallways, darkened corridors, and hideous creatures make your escape unlikely.
That is the most generic description of a haunted house I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's very basic. That feels like something you could find at any run-of-the-mill like carnival.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I'm sure that they had their way of making it a little bit more interesting.
With a completely original icon for Halloween Horror Nights 10, Universal decided to build a house based on his backstory. Allegedly, the house was not centered around Jack, but instead around Dr. Oddfellow. What?
Whoa! The Fear House.
Yeah, the Fear House containing insane clowns, which was where the haunted house was set. I guess then it came back in 2003, so that's fun. Wow.
Huh.
How nifty.
Okay. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Total Chaos, which was also in Soundstage 22. Wander through the soundstage, a top secret underground military base where captured aliens are on the loose and thirsting for blood.
Oh, man.
Okay. Military alien base. That's pretty fun.
That is pretty fun. I could be down.
And another one that's in the Earthquake queue. They really only had 3 locations they could use, it seems.
Yeah.
Back then. And this, just by the name of it, I love this house. This is Universal Classic Monster Mania. Experience real terror as classic movie monsters are transformed into hideously gruesome and grotesque abominations.
Again,
Now, what could that possibly mean?
very generic.
Yeah. Now I need to look at this. This is in the earthquake queue. What kind of monsters we got in here?
The pictures for it look really cool. We'll get these posted on the social media like we do for the other episodes.
Well, apparently the house took place on a movie set where a horror film was shot many years ago. However, this movie was never released due to the footage mysteriously disappearing.
Gasp.
Oh,
so it looks like the entrance for the house was left of Beetlejuice's graveyard view, and then the queue wrapped backstage and then into the earthquake queue itself.
Okay. Yeah, I remember those house entrances. And it seems that the characters were all just your classic monsters. Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, Gilman, Mummy. Okay.
The basics.
I love the mania. Mania, if the word mania is used, I'm just picturing like a good time. I don't know why.
That's fair.
Maybe it's Animaniacs.
An Animaniacs haunted house.
Yeah.
Scary.
At the Warner Brothers haunted event that they did for like 2 years.
Yeah.
1 or 2 years, and then give up on.
I think it was a mixture of it wasn't doing well, but also COVID. Or did it happen after COVID? No, I think it happened before COVID.
No, yeah, I think it was before.
Yeah. Sad day.
Those are the houses.
Yeah. 5 houses. They all seem pretty cool. Not as detailed as some of the other ones that we've had recently, but that's okay. Still pretty cool. It is a good mix though. I feel like in the past 10 years that we've been going through, the houses are all kind of just the same. It's either monsters or zombies or some weird mixture of the two. All kind of the same, but this one I feel is all a bit different. So you have a 3D video game, you have some demons in the underworld, you have aliens, you have your classic Universal monsters. So there was at least
you got a carnival.
Yeah, a good mix of different ideas, which is very fun. But it looks like
that's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah. This year there were also some haunted attractions. So great that we were talking about Jaws, because guess what? This year for HHN 10, you could ride Jaws in the dark, and it had a spooky twist to it. So this Jaws was called Bloody Waters. The great white shark is the least of your worries on this boat trip. I would like to read more about this because I have heard and I have watched one really, really old, terrible recording of this ride. Oh, of course, there's not going to be a link. Oh, yes, there is. Perfect. Let's read about it. Okay. So the concept, it seems like, is you're on the boat, you're doing the ride, but Amity Island becomes Amityville Island with minimal script changes and lighting enhancements, plus the addition of ghostly hook-carrying fisherman. Nice. The terror attacks, not only from underneath the surface, but from the docks and the boathouse as well. Guests boarding Amityville boat tours notice immediately that something is hiding under the surface of our boat handler's grim welcome. I hope we make it. He states and revs the boat forward. Leaving the area, the driver sets the mood, telling us a ghostly mystery tale of the mysterious fisherman who haunts the waters off of Amityville Island. As we leave the loading area, we approach a dock on our right-hand side. A body lies face down. Oh, no. As the boat inches closer, the body suddenly leaps upwards, his arms missing. Blood sprays forward, and he screams the warning of a killer shark. The boat continues forward. We then see the remains of the other tour boat on the left So we're riding the ride, but it looks like there's also scare actors like on the sides and like in the boathouses and things, which like being an attractions cast member, that is insane. That is insane to me. That you just have someone. I mean, they do it on Pirates of the Caribbean now for like the Mickey's Not So Scary, but at least that guy is kind of like up on a bridge. This guy is so close to the water and all of the things that make the attraction go. So in the boathouse,
I saw that pirate thing.
Yeah,
it was lame.
Yeah. That they tried. Disney made an effort.
They did something.
They did something. They often do just something. So in the boathouse is your first glimpse of the mysterious fisherman with the hook. He has the huge hook in his hand. He swipes for the boat. Then you get the shark. Wow, this is crazy. I am into it. I wish that was still a thing that we had. Or even if we could change any of our like rides to be scarier during Horror Nights, I think that would be so fun.
It would be very cool.
So cool. The other haunted attraction that we have this year was called Nightmare Creatures 2. Interesting, because I have not heard of a Nightmare Creatures 1, but that's okay. So, roam the treacherous streets of a New York City where mutants and monsters rule. Entering through the normal confrontation queue, guests would be not led onto the ride, but instead be led into the streets of New York area beneath the ride. Lurking around every corner were scare actors, some of which were on stilts. There were also many fog machines strewn throughout the streets. This quote-unquote haunted attraction was more like an indoor scare zone than a traditional haunted attraction. King Kong also stood tall above the guests. Again, as an attractions cast member, how is that possible? Like,
I think we might have read about the original version of this last time, but I don't remember it being like a scare zone. I feel like it was more of like a party. Back then.
But like the confrontation ride was similar to Peter Pan's Flight, where the ride vehicles are attached to the ceiling and go above you. But everything on the floor, to me, would be delicate, right? Like not like, I never rode confrontation, so I'm only going off of like pictures and videos that I've seen. But was it all like the same height as a person, or like am I walking around a mini city?
It must have been closer to real scale. I only rode confrontation of maybe like 2 or 3 times that I could remember. But it was a pretty big, like very large scale stuff. Like whether that was 1-to-1 to a real world, I don't know. But like it wasn't like Peter Pan's Flight or like E.T. Adventure when you're above the city way below. Like no, it was like you were like in the city, you know?
Okay. So that makes me feel a bit better. But it's just crazy to me that like you could just be wandering through like the ground floor of an active attraction. Now I'm sure they you know, the ride was powered off and things, you know, all the cars were in their maintenance bay and things like that. But still, that's so wild to me.
Imagine if they just let you during Horror Nights just like walk through ET.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're gonna have some characters in the Green Planet. Magdoll, you know, has turned and she's after you now.
Insane. First of all, terrifying.
Yeah.
That would be our first haunted attraction right there is E.T. Goodness gracious. You actually didn't make it off the Green Planet, and now everybody on the Green Planet is trying to kill you. That's the ride.
Yeah.
Or that's the house. Yeah, that is insane to me. HHN 10, you are something to behold. I am very jealous.
They really stepped it up in many ways.
Yeah. Yeah, they figured out, this is like the start of them figuring out the weird things that they can do, which has now brought us to HHN 33. So,
yeah.
Who's to say?
And And it seems like now they've kind of figured out what it is that they like to do, and they don't try to go too far outside of that anymore.
Right.
But right here, like this era, they were still figuring it out. Like haunted attractions, not a thing ever since I started going. I don't know how many times they did it, but like crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
Should we move into the scare zones?
Yeah, let's do it.
So there were 4 scare zones this year. One of them was Apocalypse Island in Central Park. This scare zone had dark clothed characters stepping out of the shadows, scaring guests by rattling iron cans filled with pebbles. There were also reportedly many zombies and mutants. Sounds like your classic Central Park scare zone.
Yeah, pretty much. I like that it has a name, though. I think this year we have like the first 4 actually named scare zones, where in years previous, like we just kind of had areas or like a single small spot, and it didn't have a name to attach to it or like a general theme.
Right.
It was just, here's a bunch of random scary people in an area with a light. Have fun. But now we're actually getting the scare zones that have specific names and specific themes, and yay. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I love what was written in our source for this next scare zone. There was clown attack on Hollywood Boulevard. It was populated by evil clowns.
It sure was.
That's it.
And I would stay far away. I don't like clowns.
I wonder what else. Were there little clown cars? Were there, like other clown things? Or was it just evil clowns walking around Hollywood scaring people? Either way, it's fun. Especially for Jack's year. Like these were Jack's Maniacs before they were called that.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Very exciting.
I hope they had those little horns with like the squeezy thing on the end. That really like when you
the horn
think
that
of a clown.
Tig Notaro does an impression of. Have you ever heard that, Tig Notaro?
I don't think so, but I know the sound. And if there was a clown and he came up behind me and he used that next to me, I would pee my pants. So yeah, so scary. Kind of like your trumpet sound from
whose trumpet sound? Mine?
Your trumpet sound. The trumpet.
Oh, the trumpet. That's Lou Bega's trumpet sound, not mine.
True.
Or you mean the one from The Darkest Deal?
Yeah, the trumpet sound.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
Yeah, you're right. That is pretty similar. Then there was the Gauntlet. Guests were forced to walk through this boneyard scare zone in order to reach the 2 haunted houses located in Soundstage 22 that year, which were total chaos and anxiety in 3D. So in this scare zone, the facade for a scare zone, the facade had a cutout of Jack the Clown holding a real net, which guests could take photos by. Jack himself would appear near this area for a photo op, and this scare zone had many obstacles guests had to walk through, with many characters hiding behind them, including a group of chainsaw-wielding maniacs wearing Kiss makeup.
What? That's so random.
Oh, that's funny. Gene Simmons is like the only member of Kiss that actually had cool makeup, because the rest of them are so lame and like cheesy looking.
Yeah.
In my opinion. There's the cat. There's the Starman. Who's the other one? There's the Spaceman, I think, right? Or something like that.
I am not the biggest Kiss fan, so I don't know all of their names, but I know the style of makeup.
Yeah, Gene Simmons is the classic one everyone knows.
Fair.
Yeah, there's the star, the one that has like the silver. It almost looks like Gene Simmons makeup, but it's silver on the inside with a black outline.
Oh, okay.
But the cat and the star are so funny to me. And to see the cat come out and try to scare you, Gene Simmons is the only scary one.
That's fair.
The demon. I mean, his look is called the demon.
We probably didn't
Anyway.
get like permission to do that though, which I still think is the funniest
No, absolutely
part of
not.
these early years. They're just like, what's scary? All right, let's do that. Oh,
Yeah.
do we need licensing? No, this is 2000. We don't need licensing.
Yeah.
They're not making any
You know
money
what's really
off of
scary?
us. What?
Rocking and rolling all night and partying every day.
I'm a grandma. I'll pass. That is very scary to me, actually.
No, please, you need your rest. And finally, there was the midway of Dr. Morose in Amity. And this scare zone was largely similar to the previous midway of the Bazaar scare zones in that many carnival freaks and clowns roamed the streets. And again, I would love to see the return of a midway scare zone.
Me too.
Yeah.
Maybe for
Very exciting.
year 40, HHN 40.
Yeah. 35. Let's do it. I don't want to wait that long. 35.
Goodness gracious. I'm
Yeah.
here for these scare zones.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
the idea. We've got our classic locations of Hollywood and Central Park, at least. I like the Boneyard, making people walk through a zone to get to these houses. That's pretty fun. It's a good use of space. I like this.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah. I would also go. I would go to any
Yeah.
of these years. Even the first year that only happened for like 3 days. I'm here for it.
3 nights.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I wonder how many nights we're going to get this year. That is crazy.
363.
Oh, we're only off for Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. That's it.
Yes.
All the other days, though. Actually, though, coming to Las Vegas, yeah, that's going to be the thing, apparently.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait to do an episode about that.
I keep
Wow,
forgetting
we're gonna
about
go.
it.
We gotta go.
I'm so excited. All right. Well, moving into our shows for HHN 10, we had 3 shows this year. Our first show on the Wild West stage was, of course, Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure. In this year, for this year's show, Bill and Ted are traveling back in an all-new time-traveling adventure where they will come face-to-face with the famous and infamous of pop culture. Okay.
Of course.
Are
we
you
gonna
ready?
get a full dive? Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. It's not as long as the other ones have been in previous years, but
Okay.
for the show this year, we begin with the crocodile hunt. The spelling on this, it's Wikipedia though, so I'm not.
You're gonna fix it?
Okay. Yeah, we'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll edit this real quick. The show begins with the crocodile hunter coming out on stage who is on the hunt for quote unquote the mutant. While he is searching, the phone booth appears and out comes Mr. Burns and Waylon Smithers. Burns has the phone booth. Waylon? Listen,
Yeah.
it's been a very long week. But we know that I am terrible at reading out loud because I get nervous.
Yeah. Well, I just
cool.
know his name, Mr.
Where are they
Smithers, is
from
Waylon
again?
Smithers. The
Have we
Simpsons.
Oh.
Mr. Burns.
Do you think they actually looked like this, or were they like people with face paint on? Or
Probably
did we actually
that.
have like fur character style?
Oh no, we wouldn't have had them then. And even if we did, I don't think they would have been used
Right.
in this show.
Ugh, scary. Okay.
It was probably just like somebody in like a prosthetic and makeup.
I think that's even scarier. If we're being
Yeah, definitely.
Ugh. So, Mr. Burns had the phone booth commandeered to kidnap all of the present day pop stars and sell them on Kidnapster, which I'm assuming is a website.
Napster was a music downloading website or like app.
Great. So the prequel to LimeWire is what I'm hearing. I was a LimeWire kid.
Okay, yeah, it was the same thing, but
Okay.
yeah, Napster was like the original.
Yikes.
I used Kazaa, but yeah, Napster. So it was Kidnapster.
Once he does this, Lionel Richie, Neil Diamond, and the Styx will rule the airwaves. Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible then arrives, and the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo comes through the barn doors. Bill and Ted come out and say that they have the munchies from the Mystery Machine, and that Shaggy is still passed out in the back of the van. Shaft, Charlie's Angels, and Wolverine then arrive as the heroes. The heroes to do what? This description is really wackadoo. Mr. Burns and Smithers escape through the phone booth, and then Bill calls it back. Oh my god, my webpage just crashed. There was too much weirdness. It said I can't handle it anymore. Okay, Bill calls the phone booth back. Elaine Gonzalez runs out after being... Elian Gonzalez? Who is that from?
Elian Gonzalez was a little boy who floated across the ocean from Cuba to Florida, and he landed in Florida by himself. And then there was a whole big thing between the American government and the Cuban government of how whether he would be able to stay or whether he would have to be returned to Cuba. And he was here alone without his family. It was a big news media thing.
You can't see it right now because this is audio, but my mouth is agape. That is insane. But
yeah,
HHN would bring that to the show. Okay, well, well, he is being chased by Janet Reno with a net, so there's that. Ghostface then comes out and fights the Charlie's Angels. Mama Clump comes out and fights Shaft. Smithers releases Britney Spears and Lil' Kim. A dance-off begins, and Britney Spears tears Lil' Kim's wig off. Lil' Kim then runs off stage, and then Britney Spears is attacked by Sabretooth and Mystique. The Rock also comes on stage. Elian Gonzalez runs to the phone booth and escapes when Bill calls it back. Enrique Iglesias comes out. Hey! Okay. That's crazy. The song and dance finale then begins. Eminem sings Slim Shady, and NSYNC sings Bye Bye Bye. The stage explodes, and then the show ends. So,
well, okay.
There's the year 2000.
Just straightforward,
yeah,
to the point.
Not concerning at all.
And there's links to videos on this page.
Yeah.
Which I kind of want to watch one after we're done here.
Because now we have better forms of capturing the events. So
yeah,
that's just
Elian Gonzalez being involved in this show is so good.
Yeah,
this is a time. This is a time where anything is up for grabs. Anything is fair game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but should it be? No. It should not be. Once again, they're filling a fishbowl full of random people's names that have been either in popular culture or in the news from that year, and they're just reaching in and they're pulling them out one by one, and then they're saying, okay, with these people that we've randomly pulled from this fishbowl, how are we going to do a show this year? How insane can we make it? What weird scenarios can we come up with that make absolutely no sense, but make a lot of people feel really uncomfortable?
It does seem that they try to stay away from news things now and keep it more in pop culture. Just because that way they don't alienate, at least not on political terms, anyone in the audience.
Yeah.
If they make fun of a celebrity that you like, it's okay, well, whatever, who cares? But when it's politics, people take it very personally.
And you're talking about nowadays or back then?
Now.
Okay. I was going to say,
just how nowadays they try to stay away from actual news, I feel as much. Although I do think that Hillary Clinton was in the show in 2016 or something
Yeah.
But I think that was the last time that it was okay, we can't joke about this anymore.
Yeah.
After that.
Because the first couple of Bill and Ted shows that we read were crazy. And I mean, this one I think is one of the more tame of the ones that we've read in the past, except for the little kid, but still.
Yeah, I also think maybe the description is just not being detailed enough.
Fair.
You know, because it really didn't go into any detail about like, yeah, these characters fought, but like, what was the fight like? What were the lines? Because there are other shows we read in the past where like it would have direct lines that characters would say. And a lot of times that was the stuff where it was like, oh my God, I can't believe they let somebody say that at a Universal show.
Yeah. Can you imagine them doing, and we talk about this every time, people want Bill and Ted to come back, but at the same time, just like you said, I think it would be impossible for us to have a Bill and Ted show in this year of 2024 that were similar to the ones that happened when it was like the big thing. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't.
I think it'd be a lot trickier of trying to toe the line and try to stay, you know, you want to be roasting things and you also want to stay, you know, respectful in some ways. And I think that's such a difficult line, you know. Yeah. I don't know. It's not the job of a theme park show to try to stay in to do that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean, I think
the only way they could have it now is like if it was Bill and Ted, but then only characters from Universal movies and TV shows, or like Halloween Horror Nights previous icons or characters. Like we couldn't go outside of the Universal bubble and pull in.
Sure you can.
Do you think they'd be able to and get away with it?
Yeah, parody law. You're allowed to use things through parody. Okay. But also just out of concern for that was why they would always state in the like pre-show announcements like you are not allowed to record the show. Right. Because of things like that. And obviously like plenty of people did. But the reason they didn't want people to is because, like, look, you know, technically I think we're legally safe in using all these characters in the way that we are because it's a parody. And clearly, like, it's not supposed to be, like, the characters from whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But just to be safe, like, we don't want them to see this.
Yeah. Nowadays, you're going to have someone with, like, their Snapchat glasses on, sending the whole thing to their Snapchat story.
Well, I remember that was an issue because one of the years that I worked Horror Nights, they had a Snapchat glasses vending machine in each park.
No.
And then they were like, wait, but you're not supposed to record in the houses or in some of the shows. But we're selling an item in the park that could be recording everything. So, like, how does that work?
That is insane.
Yeah. So I think that was an issue that, like, nobody thought about when they put that machine in there. And it was like, wait, they can just be recording the whole house and nobody would be able to tell them to stop, you know? Right.
That is so crazy. I didn't even know that they sold Snapchat glasses. What a random thing that Universal did.
2017, baby.
Crazy. All right, well, our next show that we had for HHN 10 was called Jacked Up, and this was on the Animal Actors stage. Take a surreal journey through Jack's twisted imagination as dazzling acrobatics and cutting-edge techno music bring some of your worst nightmares to life. Interesting.
Sounds like the Carnival of Carnage before the carnival. If it was like acrobatics and stuff.
Yeah, I'm here for it. And then our final, not technically show, but parade style entertainment was the return of the Festival of the Dead Parade, which roamed the streets of Universal Studios, Florida. It was a macabre march of demonic dolls, murderous wooden soldiers, and giant toys, unsafe for any age. Nice.
Pretty fun.
I like the theme of it this year.
It feels like a scary Christmas parade.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm imagining
No, go for it.
Like the toys unit in the in like the current Universal Holiday Parade. Yeah. like with like the Raggedy Ann and the pull string dolls and the toy soldiers and all that stuff like that, but they're scary.
Yeah. I like it. This webpage is just cutting out on me. This year's title for the parade itself was Bloody Playthings.
That's fun.
That's so cool. I really have enjoyed that each year has been a different theme and like a different style of parade. I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
Wow. So cool. I'm here for it. Apparently, Chucky had his own float in this year's
Well, that makes
parade.
sense.
Yeah.
That's
so
appropriate.
fun. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. That was HHN 10. So,
Wow.
I know. It feels so little.
It does. And I remember, like I said, hearing it on the radio and them touting like, this is the biggest Halloween Horror Nights ever. We've never done this much stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like less than half of what we get.
I know. It is pretty crazy. I mean,
no, it's more than half because it still has 4 scare zones. It has 5 houses. It has 3 shows. Last year we only had 1 show.
Yeah.
So, they're doing pretty well.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I don't think they can add any more scare zones to what we have right now. There's no other unless they put something back
I don't
in
think
Simpsons.
Right. Which maybe if whatever Simpsons eventually gets replaced, maybe they would be allowed to use that area for something more built up.
That could be fun. I'd be excited.
Yeah. Although if the rumors for what's supposed to replace it are true, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But still, it would be it at least it opens the door to a possibility.
Yeah. Fun. That was a wrap on our look back of history for Halloween Horror Nights 10. All of this information came from HHN Legacy and the horrornights.fandom.com website. We're going to try and get some pictures posted from the website so y'all can kind of see what we were talking about. Pictures and videos should become more prevalent within the next couple of history episodes just because we're moving into more modern times, I guess. So that's pretty fun and interesting.
Yeah, they're more available.
Yeah. Before we close out the episode, is there anything that we want to talk about?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm like trying to think of if there's anything. There's been no HHN announcements. I have seen the one piece of thing, it's the, what do you call them? The documents for like 2 new sprung tents, which could be fun and exciting.
Oh, right.
I don't know if that's like, I saw it on the internet like once and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Could be cool.
Yeah.
It's public
I don't
domain.
know. Yeah. I don't know that there's enough to go on for us to be able to conclusively say like that's for this year or what, who knows?
Could be cool.
Yeah. Could be.
We did I tweeted yesterday, what's on your HHN 33 wish list? And we have gotten so many good responses. I was shocked with all of the replies that we were getting from that tweet yesterday. And some of them were pretty funny. And some of them were really, really great ideas. The one that I had to agree with wholeheartedly was bring back Lil Boo, which absolutely. We have to have Little Boo back. I miss him.
I feel like Lil Boo is like Earl the Squirrel. Like he's going to be there every year. He might not be in a house. He might not be in a zone. He might not be even something that they're like, here he is. But like he'll be somewhere, I feel like, every year for the rest of time.
I hope so. He's so cute.
Even if it's just like the what was the like the scarecrow hunt, whatever the thing is.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was on that. Like you were going into all the stores and looking for Lil Boo with his little flannel shirt.
Teenage Boo.
Yeah, Teenage Boo.
Kenneth's son.
That's right. Like father, like son.
Exactly.
Bald. Worried.
Oh Oh, goodness gracious.
Um,
Dressed very well. All of those little boos were dressed very well.
Yeah, they were little dapper little guys.
We got a lot of people
he'll be
asking.
around.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. We got a lot of people asking for a second show, which I also wholeheartedly agree with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's needed.
I don't know where. I don't know in what context.
How? But I know something's starting. Huh?
Right now. Beautiful. Yeah, a second show. This one I think you'll enjoy. The return of the No Chance in Hell PB&J.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was trying to remember if that was the drink or the food, but yeah, the fried PB&J is an all-star item, great food, nutritious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the whole family.
I'll take
I
your
love
word
it.
for it. No steep ticket increases was another one that I saw a lot, which I also agree with.
Sure, yeah.
Creature from the Black Lagoon potentially coming to Monster's house. People would really like to see that one. The return of Scary Tales. Slaughter Cinema 2.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
The Terrifier. I still need to watch those movies.
I feel like I don't want to because it seems like the kinds of movies that are just like gruesomely violent.
Yeah.
Without any like really good storyline to go with it. Like for me, if it's going to be that violent, I need the story to justify it. And those seem like it's just an excuse to be as disgusting as possible for the sake of it. And that's not fun for me. It's not like I'm not squeamish or anything. It's just like, come on, like this isn't interesting. I want to care about this.
Yeah.
And it seems like it won't give me something to care about.
That's fair. Someone said a Major Sweets house, which I think would be really cool.
Interesting.
I would like that character and that storyline was very intriguing to me, but I didn't feel like it was fully fleshed out in the Scare Zone. But I do think a house could make that storyline really come to life. I thought that would be good.
It does seem like there was enough put into that zone where they were kind of picturing a whole story. And there were so many characters and like so much going on where it's like, you know what? There might be something there.
Yeah.
So I think that's a cool idea.
We got a lot of Ghostbusters, a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street, bring back Freddy and Jason. I agree with that because I would love to see their house. Oh, someone said the end of super weird ass food, like the confetti hot dog.
No. There needs to be at least one weird ass food. And here's the thing, you don't have to get it. You know, like there's the classics, the delicious stuff, the elevated food items are there. And then there's also the truth or dare item where you're like, you won't eat that. It's weird. And like, you know, there's something fun in the dare of eating something weird.
Fair.
And I feel like that fits right in with Horror Nights, you know? And if you don't want the Carnival hot dog, you don't got to get the Carnival hot dog. And you can just live your life eating a normal hot dog and probably be better off for it. But like, there's something, I don't know, there's something really fun to me about eating something truly bizarre.
Yeah, that's valid. The last two tweets are just a massive list of all really great ideas. Another Creature from the Black Lagoon, a Return of the Thing, Demo Slayer, Megan, FNAF, The Fly.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, this one just says Demo Slayer. So I thought maybe it was something different.
Typo.
Okay, Demon Slayer. Perfect. I have heard of that. I was like, Demo Slayer, I don't know what that is, but I'll read it anyways. The Fly, Hellraiser, and Smile. You also have Has Been Hotel, more FNAF, more Ghostbusters. This one I thought was so funny. Holidays in Hell featuring Lil Boo and Earl the Squirrel. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Someone says the Curator as an icon. I don't know if that is something that's from HHN history that I've just missed, but I think a curator would be a really cool icon to have, like a collector of some kind. I don't know what that is. An
like a museum
AI
thing.
Scare Zone for World Expo, and a Hell's High Scare Zone for Hollywood Boulevard. These people have amazing ideas. I want more.
And yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
In like a good way.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I know. Crazy. A good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Did you have anything on your wish list? Or should that be another episode? We'll save that for its own episode.
Yeah, when we have Michelle.
What do you think? Yeah, when we have all three of us, we'll do our wish lists.
Because there are some more
things we
scary
wanna
movies
see.
coming out right now that I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
So.
I saw Imaginary last night.
I saw a trailer for that. That one looks really good.
I had fun. I won't say that it was really good, but I enjoyed myself, and I think that it would make a better house than it was a movie.
Okay.
It's a slow burn. I'll just say it takes way too long to get to the point. But then once it got to the point, I was like, okay, now we're having fun.
Fair.
Now I'm having a good time. Also the kid in the movie, like the main little girl, you know, yeah.
Fair. Lisa Frankenstein, I think could be a cool.
I need to see that still.
A cool house. What else has come out recently? I've heard good things about Night Swim, but obviously, like, that's not a style of house that we can probably do at the moment, unfortunately.
The Night Swim Horror Nights experience coming to Cabana Bay pool.
It's an after hours event. Immaculate is coming out soon. That one looks interesting, but probably not something.
That looks scary.
Yeah, that we could do. There's a movie called Tarot coming out soon.
I'm very excited about that one.
Yep. The First Omen is coming out. Sting is coming out. The Thanksgiving movie came out recently.
Yeah. That was fun.
There's a lot. Blumhouse posted a really interesting reel on their social media that's talking about, like, I can't remember if it was like an anniversary or just like hey, here are all these cool things that we could have. And everyone at work after it was posted was like, oh, they're going to do a Blumhouse house, but it's like everybody all together. I'm like, that would be pretty cool.
Oh.
Like, instead of,
you know
walking
what? I
through,
feel like
it's just everybody, all the Blumhouse house.
Yeah. Like the Horrors of Blumhouse, but like not just two movies. It's like everything. I could see that being for Vegas.
Oh. Yeah.
That's just me. That's my opinion. If I was trying to design what was going in Vegas, I would say put classic Universal monsters in one haunted house in there. Assuming there's two houses. We still have no idea of what's going to be in there.
Right.
But I would say you want 2 or 3 houses in there, and I would make one of them classic monsters, and I would make one of them Blumhouse greatest hits.
That would be cool.
Because like that way you've got your classics and you've got your modern, and you're kind of covering almost everything that anyone going to that would want to see. And then maybe one that's like original Horror Nights icons.
Yeah.
Like the Icon House, basically, in the third slot. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
And I think that would be it would be a very universal, like, not universal as in like the brand Universal, but there would be something for everybody, whether it's people specifically going out because they're an HHN like fan, or because they care about the Universal monsters, or because they love the Blumhouse movies, but they've never been to a Horror Nights event. Like, I think that would be a very umbrella-esque idea.
I feel like it would even be good for just like people who are in Vegas and have never been to Universal, have never heard of Horror Nights, but they're like, hey, look at this thing that's here to do. Let's see what it is. And like, they're going to see 2 houses full of things they recognize, and then they're going to meet new characters that also have equally, if not more, backstory than anything in Blumhouse, you know, like even more fleshed out. I feel like it's a really good way to introduce people to the Horror Nights idea, with recognizable characters, and then introduce them to the originals.
Fair. I like it. Universal, hire us.
And I would put scary versions of the Universal Great Movie Escape. I would put 3 houses, 1 escape game, a stage show. I think they've said in like the press releases about it that there is going to be like some sort of stage or theater show, which I can't even picture what that would be, but maybe it's something like Nightmare Fuel, or maybe it's something more like Carnival of Carnage. Who knows?
Either way,
But
I'm excited.
It's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Vegas, and now I'm saving my first visit to this.
Oh, yeah.
To like be able to do this, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yay. Good stuff.
Well,
yeah.
Are those all the things you want to read from that post?
Yeah. I mean, there were fantastic ideas. I loved every single one of them. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Twitter. I love when things like that happen. It was fun.
I was getting tons of notifications, but I was very busy throughout that day, so I couldn't really look at what was going on.
Fair.
I was just like, "Ooh, Maddie's working it on the social medias here. Good.
Doing my best.
Here we go. That's great." Yeah. But I think that will do it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you soon in the fog. Until next month, for more content, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/rushofear. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter, which I will always call it at Rush of Fear Pod.
Yeah, for more general Universal Orlando Resort news, check out our friends and UUOP Network hosts over at the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, wherever podcasts can be found. For all of your travel needs, especially HHN, reach out to our host and sponsor, Portkey Vacations. Visit her website at portkeyvacations.com, click on the Portkey, and submit your no-obligation quote request to begin planning your next magical vacation.
Yes. Be sure to check out my band Pangolin everywhere you listen to music online, and follow us on social media at PangolinFL. We don't really have anything coming up. We're just focusing on our album. So no shows to promote.
Nice.
But just always be on the lookout. We're all, there's lots of new stuff in the works.
Yay.
Also, I'll plug here my other podcast, Dream Jerks, just came back for season 2. And the day that this episode is dropping, we also have released our second episode of season 2, which is Orion and the Dark, a DreamWorks movie that's on Netflix. Kind of works in with the Horror Nights theme, because it's about a kid who's very scared of the dark, and he goes on an adventure with dark, than the entity that is darkness. Phenomenal movie. Go watch it on Netflix, and then go over to Dream Jerks and listen to me and my good friend John talking about that movie. But if you could please leave a spooky rating and review on whatever podcast platform you are using, it would really help us out, and we'd love to hear from you, the listeners. Be sure to check out the other shows on the UUOP network. The unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, The Taste of Universal, and the Theme Park Duo.
Yay! We're so happy to be part of the podcast family. It's so fun.
Hey, I created that network.
You did. That is very true. We're the OG. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. The podcast has come to an end. Now get out. Please and thank you.
See you later.